guys, Ellen Woodbridge here, independent Stampin' Up demonstrator in Australia, and welcome to Thursday. As promised in my last two videos, I am here with some card making for the week, and I have grabbed some scraps out of my use it up box. So we have some dark blue speckles, and we have some Calypso coral and some cardstock, and these are left over from a previous video and project. You guys will remember my shaker card. So these circles are left over from this shaker card project, so I thought I would pop them all together with the Whale Done stamp set because the paper coordinates. It's the Whale of a Time paper. You know, I love this set. I haven't used it much recently, so I thought let's get it out and see what we can come up with together, because we like going on crafty adventures together, which is why I'm assuming you guys come back and visit, because it's always an adventure and it's always fun. At least I try and make it fun, or I'm making fun of myself. I don't know which. Thank you everyone for popping in live. I will say hi in a sec. If you haven't been here before, an extra special welcome and hello. And if you like what you see, or if you've popped in a couple of times and you haven't yet liked my page here on Facebook, or pressed the 3 dots on this video and got notifications, or subscribed to me on YouTube, I would really appreciate you to do that to support me, and then that way you don't miss any of the fun with all of our crafty friends who pop in. Oh my god, so many of you have joined. Hello Margine, Margaret and Karen, Philomena and Sunny, Elizabeth and Barbara, Miss Tracy, Donna, Chris, Debbie, Miss Cindy, Delinda, Mary, everyone's here. Stephanie, thank you guys for joining. Yes, you did catch me live, Debbie. And if you want to know if I'm live here on Facebook, there is over here a red live button up in the top corner, and that tells you if you've caught me live. So I am going to flick us around and we can go on an adventure together making this card, because all I have picked out is my leftover punched out circles, hey Georgine, and the stamp set, and I've grabbed out the designer series paper. So let's go. I'll flick you guys around. I do hope you are all well and having a good week. I am getting ready for class on the weekend, which is a bit exciting. I always look forward to my classes, and I'm actually, sorry, you're seeing my cupboards here. I'm actually planning, thank you Georgine, I went for something different this time. I'm actually kind of planning a Zoom-ish online / in-person class for December using the Joy to the World kit. So I'm thinking if you guys who are not in Australia or have just had the Joy to the World kit released, you might like to join in with me if you have some of the kit left over. I am going to, I'm looking at the middle of December, the start of December is my birthday, and my son's, I'll turn off the light and I'll come back. My son's community band that he's a part of are having a COVID recovery performance. They haven't been able to do as many performances as they normally do, and they're doing an online concert on the 5th. So I am going to share all those details with you. His part of a brass band. I think many of you may have heard him previously practicing the trombone on some of my older videos. So he is actually, whoop, there is volume there. There's still volume. He is actually a very good trombone player for his age. He is just turned 16 in a recent school music assessment. He played Pure Imagination from Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory, and every time I heard him play it, that song just gets me. That piece of music just gets me, and he plays it beautifully. Oh, right, Debbie. So are you staying up late today, Debbie? Ah, thanks, Cindy. I'm glad I'm the highlight of your week. Thank you guys for sharing. Thanks, Mary. Yes. Oh, wow, Delinda. We are very lucky. It just popped up today on Facebook. We have had no cases today in the community and 4 cases in returned in overseas acquired cases, and all those 4 cases they're people who are in mandatory quarantine. So if you come into Sydney, which is New South Wales, the state that I live in, you are required to do 14 days quarantine at a subsidised cost. So if you want to come and visit me at the moment, you've got to do 14 days quarantine and pay $3,000 to partially subsidise the hotel quarantine cost. But yes, so that's 4 cases that aren't going in the community. I'm very lucky in Australia, and particularly my state, that we are in the very low numbers, and despite having some restrictions, we are fairly able to do everything. So yeah, it is a blessing that I'm very happy with how our government has handled the situation. Now, I just got kicked off on my feed. Please tell me if everyone else just got kicked off. Now, I'm not sure if I've said hello to Christy, but I'll say hello to Christy kind of while I'm here. I've just cut a thick Whisper White card base. I don't know if the card base will stay thick Whisper White, but I will just use it as laying out, like just how I want to arrange the card, and if I want to change the background color, I can. Now I've got this like Pacific Point blue. See, I always like 3 circles together, and if I go more than 3, I find it not very visually pleasing. But what I can do is I can do another cluster up here. I'm not sure about this cluster, but you know, I can just do a single one in a corner. I don't know what I'm doing, but I'm giving it a go today, so I am open. Oh good, okay, I'm hoping it was just my internet or whatever. So I'm open to suggestions. I will ask you some create our own card adventure, a bit like Shannon at On Stage on the weekend, but this is kind of stuff I normally do anyway with you girls, asking you things which you prefer, and I majority of the time do go with majority rules. Now, sorry, I forgot to have a drink of water before I started, and I can feel my voice going, so bear with me a second. Okay, I also pulled out the matching whale punch. Oh. I'm not sure if I'll use it. I'm not sure. So please feel free to give me what you think so far. I'm just going to have a look through my scraps because we're doing a use it up card. So I would prefer to look through my scraps here and see if there is anything. Kind of don't want to use the same colour. I could punch a whale out of the designer series paper. I really love that cute crab. He's rather adorable. These are all leftovers from class. Ooh, I like that too. I don't know if we'll use anything. Oh, look at these strips with the with our fish. Things are percolating, girls. Okay, that and that. I think these are all pretty much the same patterns because they are from the same class. Oh, I like this too. Now, I'm not saying I'm going to use all the circles. I know I love the colours in this set as well. I'll tell you what colours. It's an amazing array of colours in this set. It's Balmy Blue, Blackberry Bliss, Bumblebee, Calypso Coral, Granny Apple Green, Just Jade, Pacific Point, Pool Party, Pretty Peacock, Shaded Spruce and Whisper White. Lots and lots of colours. I'm kind of... This is going to take me forever now because I'm already not procrastinating, but you know, it's not going to be quick. So if I use this, I would want to use a coloured card base, okay? But no, those fish won't go with that. So I think it's kind of one or another. I do like this, but I don't know. Hang on. While I'm here, try and arrange your circles and see what we think. Because I definitely would like to use some of our circles. And I kind of need to use the pattern one way. Yeah, not really with that. Not loving the Night of Navy. Whoops. Because Night of Navy isn't actually a colour in here, but it worked really well for the original card. And that cardstock circle went way under my desk. But I really think this crab is uber cute. Do you plan to stamp any of the creatures or seaweed in the background? That is in the thought process, Cindy. Yes, I'm liking the use of these little fish because we're under the water, and I'm a bit partial to seahorses because they were the motif for my wedding. They were on my invitations, one of my first soirees into stamping. No, that's too matchy. We actually stamped and embossed little placeholders. I don't even know where mine lives these days. They were little blue resin cubes that I got from that's right, Cindy, that is right. I do not want to punch a whale, but punching a paper whale is a bit different to punching a real whale. Do you know what? I reckon I'd totally freak out if I saw a real whale in real life. Now, this white is annoying me, so I'm going to go back and have a look at the colours in this set and choose a background. Now, this is where You girls know I love playing with colour. So I am going to, do you know what I'm going to do for first and foremost is put all this paper back in the pouch. Otherwise we will have an avalanche all over the floor. And then Miss Louisa, who has not been a very good crafting assistant of late, is not coming to visit me very much anymore. She's very much liking her bed and sticking to the side of her dad. Hey Roz, thanks for joining. I am wondering if this Just Jade, I'm just using it as colour at this stage. No, that Just Jade shall not work. Okay, that colour's a bus. Yes. Oh, yeah, but I think the Whisper White is like totally washing the card out, to tell you the truth. Okay. I am loving my Bumblebee, but I'm thinking, do I like edge, do a matte of Bumblebee? No. Next colour. I've got my list here. Pacific Point I think will be too heavy. Oh, she's just going outside. If everyone heard her bell just then. I don't know. I'm thinking Pool Party might be a bit matchy-matchy, but you know, you never know. And I haven't got, I must have used like all my card front pieces because I have no card bases. See, if I use that, let me grab the Barney Blue. I have a card front of Barney Blue. I think the Balmy Blue with a stripe, with a matte of colour, even if it's just white, like a white matte, and then I can still stamp things down the side. Coastal Cabana, it's not a colour in there, but I do like your thinking. Let me grab it because that's within a hand's reach. I mean, all my crafting things are roughly within a hand's reach, because that's how I have to work. Oh, Cindy, I hate you because that works better than the Balmy Blue. I mean, I love you, but you know where I'm going with that. Right. It works. It works really, really well. Okay. I am going to score this way. Oh, she's been fed for the day, guys. She hasn't been fed this morning. So rather than breakfast and dinner, she's going to have lunch and dinner. And 10.5. Right. Oh, that isn't the way I wanted that card to go, you know. I wanted to score at 10.5 and cut at the other. The green is like shaded spruce or granny apple, but I really like this. And I'm thinking all of my stamping might be in Versamark on this background piece, just to keep it there but not in the forefront. So what do you think of keeping all my background stamping on the sides here as in Versamark? The green is also pretty peacock, so I'm thinking of popping a pretty peacock matte. It's the greeny blue really, but I think that will set it off perfectly. And I don't have a piece. apparently today's card is all about cutting up the cardstock that I need. But that's okay. There's only one way to get scraps, and it's to cut cardstock. Okay. That can go there. Check the width of this. This is 7.3. So if I make this 7.8, that's half a centimetre, and we can see, we can always trim it down from there. This is pretty peacock, and the card base is Calypso Coral, so they do actually look really nice together. Versamark Mary is our watermark ink pad. I like that. I really do. Okay, so I will show you. Let me grab. Versamark is a clear sticky ink that is great for embossing. It is also great just to leave a watermark look. So I'm thinking some coral, seaweed, jellyfish, and seahorse up the sides, and we'll use the little fishies on the sea paper in Pool Party. Oh, look at that. I already have a leftover triangle in here from another card that I made that I now can't pick up. Okay, if I pull this out, I will leave this stamp set here, and I can just grab off these as I require them. Okay, now my Versamark ink pad is looking a little worse for wear, I dare say. It's not looking as clean as what it once did. Now I'm only going to put one because width-wise we don't have that much to work with. So you can see it, but it's not hugely in frame. So our little coral, and as this dries, thank you Debbie, I'm glad you like the colours. Now as this Versamark dries, it actually gets darker. And someone make sure I turn off my little heater. It was meant to be a really hot day here today, and it's not hot yet. So my husband kind of super cooled the house. Keep on going to do that, and I don't need to. And he kind of super cooled the house, and we didn't need it. But hey, these things happen. Okay. And stamping it off the card is a really cool thing. You can see my stamping. Can I make sure that's cocktail of alcoholic persuasion, please? Hey Renee, thanks for joining. Oh, the coconut in the lime. You guys crack me up, seriously. Should I be really cheeky and have like, well, it's not cheeky, I think it's gonna work, a little bit of the turtle. I'm grabbing blocks that I think are the right size, and they are so not the correct size. This will darken. You can see everything else is darkened up quite nicely. And let's grab our little seahorse. I can always put in another jellyfish as well. I'm thinking another jellyfish on top of the, unfortunately I can't do another turtle, otherwise he'll be upside down, and turtles don't swim upside down. That would be fairly impossible, and they'd pretty much be deceased, and I don't like seeing deceased. It's sort of Coastal Cabana, Bermuda Bay, Barbara. When I first got it done, I went, oh, that's Coastal Cabana, and then my upline dropped over and went, oh, that's Bermuda Bay. So yes, I am unsure. And I might put some fishies in the background here, you know, because I think that will work really nicely. Even though I'm going to put them on the cardstock, I think it will work really. Okay, I'm going to put the seahorse on the teeny block because that works, and put the fish, the school of fish, on this. And then when I put this back down, you have our little bits and bobs sticking out the side. I do really need something up there. Maybe I just add, and it'll work perfectly, some of the water, the oxygen bubbles. I think that'll work really well just to finish off the faux background, because we've only stamped the edges. That sort of kind of worked. It will add, no, I need to go further to the side. Okay, that will hopefully darken up and look amazing. This one, I'll just pop this back on for the moment. Now all these stamps I will need to clean. I don't need to, but I always like to clean my Versamark with our Stampin' Mist. So I won't clean these clear stamps on my chamois like I normally do. I will definitely clean them on my Stampin' Scrub, because it's sticky ink and it doesn't come off so well with just water in the chamois. Okay. Yes, I didn't mean to, but I seem to be using a lot of blues at the moment, so it does coordinate very well. Okay, I would really like to use this whale here or the whale here. I'll see what fits best in the punch, and I think it's the bottom whale will fit perfectly. And then a sentiment and our circles. Look at that. Perfect. Oh, please excuse my stomach there. No, it's not even lunchtime yet. Okay, line that up and punch. I do have some additional bitty bobs I don't need, and they can politely go in my recycling, because you can use all these pieces as punch art too. So you've got the little spray, you've got the contour of the body. He's really cute. I just haven't made him yet like that. Okay, let's see how we go here. I think I can pop all these little bits off to the side. I think I'm going to commit and glue these pieces together because they're kind of annoying me at the moment. Look how that colour goes so well. I did make good choices today. So next I think I'll be asking if we use the whale. So I'll lay it out and we'll work it out together once I have stuck all these things down. Pop that paper off to the side. Okay. I like the amount of the matte on this card. That's pretty perfect. Right, now I can have a better look with one piece rather than wrangling two pieces. Oh, that works so well, that background stamping just continues the scene, and I'll show you close up all that Versamark. So that's watermark stamping with the Versamark ink pad. So if I had have put embossing powder on that quickly, I could have embossed that as well. The time here is 12:36 in the afternoon. So it's taken us like 30 minutes to get to this point. Oops. Now, I do like the fact I can overlap these things, but I'm not liking this specific point blue now because it really competes with the balmy blue. It's the wrong tone and I don't like that either. Come on, I still do like this one circle, so hey, at least we've got something. And I like the way all done. I do like the way all done. Versamark is underused in its own right. I do agree. I'm thinking if I use the whale done like there, I can then put some fishies swimming across the top of that. What do we think of the whale? Obviously, I will pop him up. The whale on the circle. This was the whole point of this card, to use these circles. I think he gets lost like that. I think I like him on the circle. Whale done like that, and then some fishies. Right, fishies. And pool party. Pool party is here. Good afternoon, Miss Nicole. Thank you for joining. We're just working out whether we like the whale on the circle, because my whole point of making this card was using the circles. And I kind of almost want to make a second card just using up all the circles. But hey, that's me. Okay, fishies are on. I want to grab my pretty peacock for the whale done sentiment. On the circle. Okay, let's commit to it, because I want to try and use a whole lot of circles on the white card base on a really simple card. I just want to get it done. So I have leftover bits and my scissors. So let's get this done. Now that I've got everything mounted, it's going to make stamping or making the second card, yes, so much easier. Okay, if I take this backing off, I should be able to bend this dimensional up into the tail. Is my hope. Oh, my word. Love it when it doesn't do what it's told and it's just going to get snipped. Snip, done. Right, done. I think I'm going to need a mini dimensional for the top of his tail. Because it's only pattern paper, it just needs a bit of extra support, so I am being quite generous with the dimensionals because it does need that support. Okay, mini dimensionals. Just one here on the end should be enough. Off to the side. Okay, this piece here is being really, really stubborn, but that's okay. Okay. Sorry, really thinking at this stage. Hello, Miss Deborah. Hello, Miss Sandy. Thank you for joining. Yes, it does make the whale stand out, won't it, Nicole? Okay, we are just sticking now. Where did I need to cover up? Need to cover up kind of there. No? No, David's going crazy, girls. Just in case anyone wondered. He swore he heard a knock at the door, and I didn't. Okay, stick this down because we're happy with this piece. So, get sticking, and then I find once I'm happy with each layer, it's much easier to stick down. And then I can move on to that next layer, and so on and so forth. Make sure, yeah, that'll do. Okay, right, now that I have this, I like him about, I like the whale done under the fish, and then he can go wherever he fits. Okay, pretty peacock. I do feel I need to grab my scrap bit of paper here and stamp this off. I'm glad I did, because half of that whale wasn't inked up properly. Okay. So, that isn't straight at all. I could cover it up, or we could just go with it. And I vote we just go with it. It is looking a bit papery, but we're going to go. Okay. I could, and I probably am, going to see how much of the sequins. Still have quite a few sequins left. I feel it just needs a bit of brightening with some sequins. I do have a number left, so you know, let's use them. I can put a shell or two down here because I didn't use those in my last shaker card. Okay. Take your pick tool as I throw it on the floor. It goes flying across my desk because that's how we roll here, right? Okay. One shell down. Trying to pick the shells that are the right way up. Two shells down. They just have the most beautiful iridescence to them. I will show it to you up close if it'll stay on the page or on the card even. Okay, a few more dots of glue, a few more sequins. So I need to kind of, on there. On there. One there. Then that's 5, and that's my nice odd number of sequins. So one there. I'm going to grab a big blue one for over here. I know it's the wrong colour blue, but it's what we're working with in the set. And I might as well use this little one right here. I've just got to, doesn't want to turn the right way. That's the problem. Okay, I think I'm happy with that. Just make them a bit flatter if I can. Pop the lid on because we don't need sequins all over the floor. So I have just added those few sequins just to, don't press it when it's mid-air. So just added those few sequins to brighten it up, and I'm going to grab in, I'll just pop this card here so you can have a look, and then I'll grab in this card base and I just put the sequins, and I'm wearing a white base top, guys. This is not good because I left an ink pad open. Okay. Have an idea, have opening pads, so let's use them. Go and create a bit of a background like I did on the other card by using the inks. Well, I'm probably not going to use the Pretty Peacock ink, but if I keep it all in the pool party, it'll look pretty funky and cool, just having that stamped background. Okay, and we can stamp some things off. We don't need to have everything kind of there. So I'm just doing random because we are going to be covering so much of this with the circles. I love how these images stamp. Just in that one stamping, you get that real lifelike look. So make it look as though we have lots going across the page, and add in some seahorses. And they like to nestle in around here. And just one over there. And then just some fish, and that will finish our background. Thinking I'll put a circle right there. I think we're good. I think we are good. That was very quick and simple background stamping. Sorry, playing while I'm very silent because I'm thinking. Okay, do we want to try and punch out another whale? Yes, that's what I'm kind of thinking there. This one that I put, yeah. I was already there, Miss Cindy, already there with you. And I'm kind of thinking I will need to cut this about here, and we'll grab out the same colour whale again because that's the one that's available on the paper. Why is it when I always come on here right at the end, I start to feel terribly sick because I'm hungry? Whole thing about coming in on lunchtime, isn't it? I'm just using my take my pick tool to get this positioned, hold it, then punch. It just helps. It just helps. Trust me. I don't know if I'll love this second card as much, but I just wanted to show you a different quick way of stamping the background and making this card. Hello, Miss Jamie. How are you? I've already made one card. We're on to a quick second card. We'll see how we go. I'm feeling like sick hungry, so I don't want to be on here too much longer. Although, do you know what? I've got cashews here. I can have a mouthful of cashews and I'll be good. Don't mind me while I munch here. Yeah, the piece wasn't big enough for me to manipulate it in the punch. So that was the easiest thing I could do. I've done it before and it works really, really well. I think we have a street sweeper in our street. Don't have those very often. Clean out all the gutters. Okay, bring in my dish. Put him again on this piece because he pops so perfectly on it. Pop some glue there. I'm coming up with ideas, girls. Just bear with. I kind of like the 3 circles or the 3 colours together. Even if I'm not showing a lot, I just like the 3 colours together. I know I'm covering up bits and bobs that I've stamped, but I can totally live with that. It's kind of annoying me, so I'm just going to put some jellyfish tentacles up there. So it was annoying me that there were things coming off the edges but nothing coming off the top. Okay, commit and stick this down, and then we'll work out sentiments and stuff like that. So there's nothing too technical about this card, except for the fact I showed you how to position a piece in your punch without having much room. I'm thinking I'm just liking this cluster, you know. And I could always stamp the sentiment. I could use Pretty Peacock again, even though I said I wasn't going to use it. Ah, that's not good. Yes, macadamia nuts are nice. Poor peanuts, yes, I do. Oh, far out. I've got an open ink pad, girls. This is turning into a disaster. I need to close this ink pad. Me? Can I PM you my address? I sure can, Sunny. If I don't, find me and bug me. But what's Sunny going to do? Is she going to come over and stalk me, or are you going to send me something in the mail? Should I ask further questions? I'm only kidding, Sunny. That's fine. Oh, very nice. I'm glad you're... Sorry, I'm catching up on some comments while I'm going. Do I use the whale done again, or... I've got the stamp set over here. I'm thinking if I stamp this, it will kind of get lost. God, we've done well for this quick card. I don't know. I just don't think this is bold enough. Or I just use thanks a ton because we've used the whale. I can get away with that sentiment because whales weigh a ton. I think I like the thanks a ton. If you were that ink pad, would you be? Oh, over here. I miss you too. That will be awesome, Jamie. I miss you too. I haven't wanted to bug you because I know how busy you are. Now that you're a working girl and all. Oh, I like the thanks a ton there. Once again, we didn't stamp straight, and that's okay, Kelly. If you're watching this on replay, I do apologize. So that is our really quick card. I've got lots of stamps to clean, and that's okay because we've had a lot of fun. I have this ink pad to close because I'm now finished. Okay, so these are the 2 cards I've made using my leftover leftover punched circles, which now I only have 3, which makes me really happy because I've used 4. We have used the Whale of a Time papers, and I did use just scraps. So literally I have used the papers, some ink and some cardstock to make these cards, as well as we cannot forget the whale punch, but we don't punch whales, as Cindy kindly reminded us that we don't punch whales. Yeah, I'm really happy with the cards as well. If I could put my hand on these, we also used a couple of sequins. If you want any of the products that I have used today, oh, thank you. Thank you, Sandy. Thank you. Thank you for joining me. I will be back next week. I won't commit to any days, but you know I always give you a couple of hours notice of when I'm going live. If not, the replays are always available. Thanks so much for joining me. Lovely to see you all, and I'll catch you next time. Bye.